The power of salt. From cleaning house to preserving food to helping soothe your aches and pains. Salt can tackle even the toughest jobs. You will be amazed by the power of salt.
I love this story. Oh, we're on.
Welcome to the Salt Mines. I'm Jesse.
EtGActual. So it's kind of weird being on this side of the camera for Salt Mines. I'm usually over there.
Yep. Welcome.
I mean, so I came prepared. I have some salt. All right, so I'm going to go to the handy dandy magic phone of wonders. And so we are going to we're going to go high and to the right. Fantasy Flight, Disney, you guys are off the chopping block this week for the moment.
So somewhat.
Not as much.
Maybe some references here or there.
Little bit. However, our sights fall on you, EA. So, EA, recently when they were being interviewed by the House of Commons in England, called their loot box mechanics ethical, saying that they are surprise mechanics and people love surprises. Really? Loot boxes are surprise mechanics. Really, EA? This just, I mean, maybe adding a hidden character? That's a surprise mechanic. Maybe putting in bonus levels that you can only unlock after you beat something for like a time limit like they used to do in the old video games? That's a surprise mechanic. Having your character randomly explode? That's a surprise mechanic. Gambling is not a surprise mechanic. Loot boxes are gambling. Let me spell it out for you, EA, because I know it's going to take you a little bit of processing here. Loot boxes are gambling. If I have a 1 in 10,000th chance of getting something, that's called a gamble. And if it costs me real world money, that's gambling. So, am I wrong here?
Well, no, I don't want to defend EA, but are you getting money back from the loot boxes?
No.
Then
you're getting a hearty handshake and a slap on the dick.
In all intents and purposes, it's not really gambling. But yes, no, it's a terrible practice. So
would you say they're ethical?
No, they're not. No, they're not. Not at all. But I don't think you could call them gambling. But is EA products, you have to purchase the game, correct? Am I
yes.
Right? So you have to pay money for the game,
which is $60. And never changed until after that first week, and everybody realizes how much bullshit the EA games actually are, and they drop down to about $39.99, $29 a week later, and you can find them in the bargain bin.
So like, if I purchase an EA product, how much use do I get out of that? Just by that single purchase?
That single purchase? Well, do you want to play competitively?
Maybe not.
So, argument's sake, we'll look at FIFA, right? So, in order to unlock new characters, to maintain an updated roster, because I know a lot of people like that, you would need to buy X amount of loot boxes in the off chance of getting your favorite player.
And you have to pay money for these loot boxes.
You have to pay money.
In addition to the money you pay for the game.
Exactly.
And there's no other way
Nope.
to get your favorite player.
I mean, there is, but you have to pay for it.
Okay.
See,
I don't play any EA games, so...
All right, so look at World of Warships, which does a version of loot boxes. However, World of Warships gives you the option to buy the ships.
Well, World of Warships 1 is free. You get the initial... You get the game.
Games as a service.
A single penny.
Right.
You go to World of Warships sites, you download, and you install the game. You can now play it.
Exactly.
You did not pay anything.
No.
So so EA, you fail.
See,
World
I
of
can
Warships, you got a point.
I can justify, if it's a free to play game and they release a new ship, that's more like a DLC. I can justify buying that. Like, look at Borderlands. Borderlands is a complete game that you can get for, I think it's on sale for like $30 right now, $40. Borderlands 2, every time they come out with a new character or a new DLC for a new add-on, it's like about $20 to $30. However, that adds to the game exponentially. It's like a whole new game. So I can justify dropping $30 to get a whole new game that expands the current meta. I'm okay with that. However, spending that $30 to just get one player, one character in the game.
So now, if we're going back to the reference of FIFA, if that one player just happens to be your favorite player and that's why you want him, or is that one player you need because you can't win without it?
You see, that's where it gets hairy. I don't play enough of the FIFA games. I just know, because I know we actually had a streamer that used to play the Madden games, and Madden has that same mechanic in it, where, if you want to get the newer players, you want to get the ones that were just drafted, you have to buy these loot boxes. And I think that's just wrong. It's opening packs. They're not called loot boxes. It's opening packs. But when will we see that cross into other games? Like, it's only a matter of time before we see something like that in other EA products. Battlefront. Battlefield. Battlefront. Look at the Star Wars Battlefront.
I thought we weren't getting.
Huh?
Yeah, I thought we weren't getting into Star Wars.
But that's an EA product, so.
Yes, loot box was a big problem in Battlefront. What did you get out of them, though? Was it necessary to continue playing the game?
Not necessarily.
What did you pay for?
To get the newer generals, like Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader, characters you're familiar with, you would have to pay upwards of, I don't even know how much. People were dumping money into this, and that's what actually caused this gamer uprising.
But are you still competitive without them?
No, because the generals that you would unlock were like General Grievous, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Darth Vader, Yoda.
So this is why I play World of Warships. I understand it's a company, they need to make money. I do buy things from them. I buy things that I want. But there's nothing that I have to buy that I need. You can be competitive with all the stuff that you earn through the grind in the game without paying a single penny to them.
Exactly. It's just, EA, get your shit together. Loot boxes are gambling. It's not fun for us, and we're tired of it. So, Fantasy Flight, you'll get your turn. We haven't forgot about you, but we're just going to let you sit. Just sit and wait. We got you. Don't think we forgot about you. Games Workshop, it's your turn.
Yeah, I got a little bit of salt for Games Workshop. All right, so for years, I've been trying to get a Bane Blade for the store, for the shelf. Plastic model, not one of the Forge World ones, but, those are nice. But still, the plastic Bane Blade. And for years, every week we'd make our order and check that box for Bane Blade. And every week it would come, when the order shipped, we get a note saying, nope, that wasn't shipped. It's an online direct sales, to GW, direct sales item only. Even though that little purity seal that shows up on the products that are direct sales only wasn't there, eventually that little seal showed up. We stopped trying to order it. Now, I wanted one personally for myself, and I got impatient. So I went and ordered one direct from GW. And, it came in. I don't know, I haven't started building it yet, but it looks like it's going to be a nice model. And then I think a week later, it showed up on the site that it's available again for us to purchase to stock the shelf.
So, biggest question I have here, though, is would you actually put it on the shelf?
Yes.
I think it's Games Workshop being petty.
I know. I understand they need to make money. They want, they have items that are direct only from them, so they make more money off them. But they got to understand that without places like this, Rules of Engagement Games, 19 Park Lane, Havelock, come by and visit us.
Shameless self-promotion.
But without that, their product won't sell. Without a place like here to go and play the games, you have no business. So, okay, direct sales only, you can have that. But I would they should make a line of items that you have to buy from a store, that you cannot order from them online.
But, I mean, would you keep it on your shelf?
Yes. If I can continue to stock a Bane Blade, I would keep a Bane Blade on the shelf.
But would it move?
Well, that's...
Now you say that, but I remember asking, well, how are you going to get a bunch of the Superstar Destroyers when they come out? And you were like, oh, I can't justify, maybe one or two, but only if people pre-order them or whatnot. But because you don't think they would move if you had them on the shelf because of shelf space. What's the difference between that and the Bane Blade?
One, something big is something big. That is a lot more space. Now, yes, a Bane Blade is a significantly sized model, but I have the space for that box. It's not nearly as big as something big. That is a much bigger box. So big that I think that's one of the reasons why I don't have it yet. Nobody has it yet, and it hasn't shipped yet because the box was too big. I don't know. Maybe.
Lies. I honestly think they haven't shipped it yet because they're putting all of their effort and emphasis into X-Wing and Armada. But that's not Armada. They don't like Armada. X-Wing and Legion. That's a topic for later. We're getting there. It's not your turn yet, Fantasy Flight.
I don't know. It's just a little irk that, I could have, gave myself some business by buying something from myself that it couldn't because I had to order it online, but now I could, but I got it already.
But that takes away from the part where you want to put it on the shelf because you'd be buying it for yourself.
I'm still going to put it on the shelf. We still have one on order. We'll see if it comes in. Maybe it's not. Maybe that purity seal just disappeared from a glitch and it really isn't available. Even though we ordered it, we'll see if it shows up in the next shipment.
We shall see.
But I don't know. Our Games Workshop commissar doesn't watch this show.
Yet.
I think I'm pretty safe.
Yet.
Maybe somebody should send him a link.
Yet.
Like, comment, subscribe. All right, so Fantasy Flight Games. Now it's your turn.
It's your turn.
Let's talk about something here. I'm excited about the next wave of 2.0. X-Wing's been a great game. I know. You just want to pour some salt over X-Wing 2.0 for a bit. You can too. But I wanted to talk about this debacle where Books A Million already had the next wave of X-Wing 2.0. I don't have it yet. As far as I was concerned,
I can't tell. Everything's getting re-released, and all my old models are kind of useless. But that's a topic for later.
You can purchase the upgrade pack
for $50, and I'll only get 4 dials for my TIE fighters.
Okay, yes, we already discussed that. That was what episode was that? 1 or 2?
2.
Yeah, we already discussed that. That's already had salt poured on it. That's fine. Yeah, they're reasonably priced. The upgrade packs are fine. But,
$50.
That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about this thing that Books A Million got the next wave. I don't have it yet. And as far as I was concerned, everything for Fantasy Flight Games has to come from Alliance. Alliance is the exclusive distributor for Fantasy Flight Games, and I get all my stuff through Alliance. Where did Books A Million get this from?
Like the true Rebel Alliance, it fell off the back of the truck.
I suppose. I don't know. I haven't researched the topic. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's kind of shady.
Something happened.
That's like, some video games having loot boxes in them that don't need it. I'm still salty about that, EA.
Well, that's not shady. It's just bad.
It's bad. But while we're on the topic of X-Wing, yes, I am not a fan of 2.0. I don't like the fact that Soontir Fel can get shot at now. I miss throwing 3 green dice.
No, Soontir Fel could always get shot at.
Everybody missed him, though.
No, I didn't. Not when I bunged him up with my 8 TIE Fighter Swarm and he couldn't take any action.
whenever I played
And that still
Fell,
works.
nobody hit him. Except for that cheap little pinger. What was that? The turret thing. It always hit. No matter what. Turns off my stealth device. Made me sad.
That was the pilot, Lieutenant 1.
Yeah. Don't like him. Still, don't like 2.0. I understand it needed an update. I get that. However, having to have everything on an app that I have to download to be able to play the game?
The app is free.
The app
Granted,
is free.
The app has some problems, but there are third-party apps that do the same thing that work a lot better than some of the sluggish.
But the fact I have to download an app,
is free.
What if I don't have internet connectivity? The nice thing about 1.0, and this is my main grief with it, is I liked the fact that I could sit there. I don't need my app today. I'm just going to handwrite out a list.
If you really want to handwrite out your list, I will go on the store's computer and I will print you out the PDF of all of the costs for all the upgrades and all the ships and all the
But that's
pilots.
not the point. The point is, if I'm sitting at home, say the power goes out, I have a bunch of friends over, I don't have Wi-Fi, 4G's kicked off for some reason, I could sit there, light some candles, and play a game of X-Wing 1.0 with a bunch of my friends. I can't do that now.
I just think it's better than sending out an FAQ saying, get some whiteout and change the numbers that that were printed on the cards that we originally gave you.
Why not just put out a card pack of the updates? I would be more willing to spend like $10 on a card pack update than have to update everything I own.
You would spend that?
Yeah, I'd spend $10 on it. I'm trying to get into Kill Team.
but you won't spend the $50 for all of the things to update everything.
Because that nerfs everything I already have. I would rather spend $10 for one or two cards that have been updated so they're not broken. I understand that. I can justify that. However, buying an entire replacement pack, rendering all my old stuff useless, that's where I have issue.
Granted, I think it would have been a better idea to sell the upgrades in smaller portions than the whole faction at once. But still,
or sell it ship by ship. You know, I don't have a Lambda shuttle. Why do I have a bunch of crap for the Lambda shuttle? No sense.
That's it. It should have been done in smaller portions, but still, what was done could have been done a lot worse.
It could have. You're right. However, I still don't like it.
Salt's strength. While there are dozens of ways to use salt at home, the most common industrial use is in making chemical compounds. Salt is key to the manufacture of steel, aluminum, rubber tires, soap, ceramics, textiles, and inks and dyes, not to mention thousands of medical applications.
I love this story.
I'm Jesse.
I'm EtGActual.
This has been the Salt Mines. Stay salty.
Never game alone.